Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back into Peaky Blinders. This is, of course, Season 1, Episode 4. What a ride it's been so far. Look, I've been waiting to get back into this one, so I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to see what sort of hijinks Tommy has in store for today, and I'm definitely ready, willing, and able.
One of my new favorite shows, something I'm super excited every time we come into the studios to record, so I'm pumped for this one.
Let's see what happens. Let's go!
Oh, Freddie.
God, he's getting big now.
A bit of a time jump.
Let's.
He said no. Jesus.
How was London?
It's crackling with revolution. The Poplar docks are on strike.
Did our friends give us what we asked for?
How much? £200.
Who did you meet?
An attaché from the Russian embassy.
In the Chinese restaurants. Our revolution is international.
Freddie's telling stories.
Jeremiah, what do you say? Your sister and Freddie got back this morning. I tried following them, but Freddie's so good at getting away. He's like a fish.
Uh-oh.
Keep fishing, eh?
I wonder if Thomas is just waiting for the right moment. Because, they had that little standoff with each other.
Yeah.
And they could have
One
of them could have taken out the other.
Yeah.
Oh, who's this?
These must be the Lee boys.
I was just going to ask,
Yeah.
are the Lee boys?
No, you don't money, Charlie. That's just
Oh, no.
I was there on time.
Finished.
I've had a tip off. I need this bet.
Right, starting.
Please.
No!
Oh, fine.
Get rid of him. Said no.
Oh,
Now get out.
All right, I'm off.
it's the wrong place to be causing a ruckus.
Oh. What's that kid doing?
Investigating.
Paul knows all.
Where's John?
John's in the garrison. Says he wants a meeting about a family matter. After he's said his piece, he'll come back and take his place with Scudboat. Scudboat, John will be here in 10 minutes.
All right.
5.
Oh, this is going to go real bad with the kids in there.
Yeah, he's locking everything up.
Oh, I think the kid is in there to unlock everything up.
Well, maybe.
To let
They're
them guys
let the
just
Lees
trash
in.
this place.
I mean, I don't think a lock would stop them at this point anyhow. Unless they want it to be real low key.
Yep, here we go.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
There you go.
Well, he's got the bandage over the ear.
This is for Cheltenham. We're just taking about what's ours. We're going here. Sex everywhere.
Oh, for a second, I was like, in the face?
That's what I thought they were going with.
Oh.
You know what it's been like since Martha died?
God takes the best first.
Truth is, my kids have been running bloody rings around me. Running barefoot with the dogs until all hours. Oh, give them 10 bob some new shoes. Is that it, John?
Tommy, it would be better to do this without you. Now, what's your point?
What the kids need is a mother. So that's why I'm getting married.
Does this poor girl know you're going to marry her, or are you just going to spring it on?
Paul.
She said yes. I think there's a shell about to land and go bang. It's Lizzie Stock.
Oh, that's not very nice.
If anyone calls her a whore again, I will push the barrel of my revolver down their throats and blow the word back down into their hearts.
Men and their never cease to amaze me. John, Lizzie Stark never did a day's work vertical.
A day's work vertical.
Paul is great. Aunt Polly.
I want you to see it as brave.
Oh, it's brave, all right.
Brave is going where no man's gone before. And with Lizzie Stark, John, that is really not what you'll be doing.
Oh, the kids need someone.
Tommy, we've been done over.
What?
Here we go.
I left these.
Wire cutters. I mean, why would they leave wire cutters?
Nobody move. I think our friends are playing the game.
What game?
Oh, Paul, don't touch.
Oh, is it rigged?
Erasmus Day was in France.
Shit.
Oh,
They'd leave you on booby traps, set up with wires. Somewhere in here, there's a home grenade attached to a wire. Don't move any chairs. Won't open any doors. Go easy, John boy. Easy. No. Boys, no. It's not in here.
I was just gonna ask, what if it's just to mess with him?
He set up a trap, all right. He set it up just for me.
Finn,
Oh no.
Finn, stay exactly where you are.
oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Which door did you open to come in, Finn?
I didn't. I climbed in.
Oh,
I want you to climb out exactly the same way you climbed in, okay? No.
oh. Oh, that was close.
Whoo!
That's why you should never pretend to be me. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, gosh, I thought we
Starting
might have been
off
losing
hot.
Thought we might have been losing the kid.
That's not gonna sit real well, is it?
No.
Oh, we gotta. Wow, we gotta meet up.
Gonna parlay.
Just him. Just him.
Your boys tried to kill me. Didn't work. So I'm beneath Daichi Koho Propinere.
Radim Kachi Aliat.
Billy Kimber.
I need your boys.
For what?
Kimber's not the brains.
Yes.
We've been saying this.
Now your boys should know this. We now get the winner in one of every 3 races before the race even starts. No need for chalkers or rafflers. I'm talking certainties.
You come in here boasting you're going to do someone down, and in the same breath ask me to trust you.
Well, yeah.
On my mother's side, we are kin. Las Nesa Vorbin, Gestuini de Familia.
Family.
Ada, can you do my back? Ada.
Not gonna be Ada. Okay.
Oh,
I was like, you
is
never
it?
know with Freddie.
Yeah.
How is it that you take all the risks and Stanley Chapman gets the money?
It's money for the cause.
You're blind.
I would be if your brothers had anything to do with it.
Oh, pff, it's true.
Give money away while we rot in here.
It's quite the room there.
You talk about
Quite the
revolution.
bath.
I need to know.
It's their whole house.
Who are you loyal to, Freddie?
Ah, damn it, I missed it.
I couldn't read. I just said sender unknown.
Sender unknown Shelby, and then that didn't catch the last part.
Did you have something to do with this?
I asked an acquaintance for an address. She said she'd only give it to me anonymously. She was afraid of the consequences.
Whose address is it?
Tommy, I'd like to suggest a strategy.
What's
Aunt
it gonna
Paul.
be?
I'm starting to dig her characters more and more
Well, yeah.
and more in each episode. It's great.
Oh, look who's meeting up.
Well,
Your message said, you have an address for me?
Anonymous tip-off. The address of Stanley Chapman.
You promised me Freddie Thorne.
This is instead of Freddie Thorne.
No deal.
Inspector, Stanley Chapman is a bigger fish than Freddie Thorne. He's currently holding £200. Before I give you the address, I want your word that you'll let Freddie Thorne and my sister leave the city.
Very well. You have my word.
I see our little truce is proving quite productive. When my business with Kimber is done, the guns will be returned. That was the deal.
Then I'm in your hands completely.
But
if I were to be fired and it were your fault, I would do things that would shame the devil. My fury is a thing to behold. On my last day in power, for example, I would see to it that you and your scum brothers have your heads stoved in with mallets and spades, and your sister too.
Oh.
A baby inside her would be of no consequence to me.
Oh,
the only one to be spared would be your little brother Finn. He would, however, be lifted as a juvenile and dumped in that part of the adult prison where men have the most appetite for boys like him.
Oh, shit. What
wow.
the man?
Stanley, get here!
oh man.
So you gotta take it out on Stan?
Look what we found. See, Stanley Chapman really does have snow in his boots.
Mr. Chapman, you're
That's not what I expected him to say.
No.
Under arrest, going to jail.
We got you.
Let him have it.
Nope.
That wasn't on my bingo board.
Still refuses to say where it came from.
I'm sure with a little persuasion, he'll tell us everything he knows, including the whereabouts of Freddie Thorne.
Sir?
Your face is a picture. You think my campaign against Shelby has become personal? Correct. Spot on, as they say in London society.
Oh my gosh.
Spot on.
God, there's so many angles. You got Thomas doing like 2 different angles. You got him doing 2 different angles.
Mm-hmm. Today's her birthday. I know you never miss it. They've lifted Stanley Chapman.
Please don't spill that information.
I know, because it was me and Tommy who tipped them off. Tommy did a deal. In return for safe passage for you and Ada, he's given them Stanley and the money.
Money? What money?
Play dumb.
It was Ada's idea. That's how desperate she is to get out of that rat hole you're keeping her in. She didn't mind if you knew, she just didn't want to be here when you found out. Sometimes women have to take over. Like in the war.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Don't you swear over your mother's grave.
You play your tune, you expect the whole world to dance.
You don't have time for this, Freddie.
How many times does Aunt Paul need to warn this guy?
Yeah, no kidding.
She's giving him like 40 chances.
If he does, you're safe. If he doesn't, Chapman will give you up. You'll still have to leave town, same result.
And they'll keep beating him for information he doesn't have.
So you won't leave?
No, I won't f***ing leave. And if you want me out of Birmingham, it'd have to be in a wooden box.
Sure would be a lot easier if Freddie was out of the picture.
Oh, easy.
Put you in a wooden box myself.
Oh, he's done. She might do it herself. He's done.
Oh my God.
Oh, that.
Who does Freddie think he is? He doesn't have any protection. What's this guy doing? Okay, so they must have been friends back in the day, probably.
And that's why she keeps giving him like 100 different chances. Good for Paul to just grab him and throw him off.
God, how many times do they have to tell him? Oh, it's getting aggravating.
Yeah.
Ego answer.
I
do want to see Paul beat his.
Oh yeah.
You told me to carry on. I wanted to stop.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Some kind of seizure.
Sorry.
Oh, look at that back.
Did he give you an address? What's the matter with you? He fell down some stairs.
This is not bloody Belfast.
fell down some stairs.
So find some stairs, throw him down, and call the coroner. Use Grayson. If he has any awkward questions, ask about the welfare of his mistress in Saltley. That'll shut him up.
Got the dirt on the corner, too.
We haven't lost a single penny to rafflers or chalkers in 8 race meetings. The bookies are pairing.
So we throw the dog a bone.
I think so.
This guy's facial mannerisms is something else.
That fancy car. Oh, Bill Kimber rolls in the best of the best.
Oh, yeah, he's got his driver.
A smart team. They will take up their pitch at your convenience, Mr. Kimber.
Warwick next Saturday, at least 50 yards from the beer tent.
Super joker.
Okay, so Kimba does make 1 or 2 decisions.
I have in my hand a legal betting license. Shelby family as its first legal racetrack pitch.
Look at that.
His cigarettes have a strange smell, Arthur. They smell like rotting water and...
What do you care now? Can you come and check my adding up, please?
Uh-oh.
You know,
Close.
you should find a new place to store them.
It has to be far away from coppers.
What's wrong with a dry warehouse?
Tommy's orders. Always keep contraband near petrol boat moorings.
Oh,
Boats
dude.
get searched.
No more than a junction.
What is he?
He's showing off.
No looks of in a mile, so we can move that stuff.
I don't care if she was a no.
Your brother doesn't obey the law, but he has rules. Precise man, your brother.
Is my adding up right?
It is now.
Oh, you just gave it away. Everything.
Who cares if it's a barmaid of no knowledge whatsoever? You don't just say that.
Bragging.
We'll search them one by one.
Oh, again, the music is very, very fitting.
That's how much is a bullet, sir. Just more cigarettes and whiskey.
Arthur tells me you've been asking questions.
Yep.
Here we go.
About how we run our business.
I'm just trying to help.
Well, they all just got
You and me go
searched
for a walk.
magically.
Well, then you know it's here people come to confess. After you. I'll confess. I need someone. Kimber has an advisor by the name of Roberts. Runs the legal side of the business. Arthur tells me you have ideas.
I'm not an accountant nor a lawyer.
Never mind, Oak. Never mind.
Never mind all of us.
I need someone who looks right at the big meetings. Arthur says you're good with numbers,
Well, that's relative. He's quite poor.
but you're a liar.
Here we go. I was going to say he's got it all.
No Catholic girl would enter a church and forget to make the sign of a cross. First you lied to me about that pub you used to work in. And now I find out you're a Protestant.
I like to fit in.
You pull a pint like someone who's thinking about it.
This isn't an interview. This is an interrogation.
Sit down.
Does he fully know? I don't think he fully knows.
You know that most of what I do is illegal, and yet you'd still be willing to work for me.
Are you offering me the job? Then I accept.
There's something else you should know.
We keep waiting for
In
it.
detail about my reasons for employing you.
I mean, we know we knew that part,
Knew that eventually
but
was,
we were thinking a different thing.
I think it was going to happen now.
True.
Thought it'd be after he flipped her.
You disappoint me.
Do you resign?
Took a second.
No.
What a
My
line.
appetite for the work has only increased.
Tomorrow I'll show you around.
Just gonna leave her there? What? I just had a moment.
Well,
I can't believe he didn't put it together. And maybe the timing was different where they didn't know their warehouses were searched yet.
It's
but
got to be.
Oh, they
how
might have
could
put
Tommy not put it together?
Oh, Lizzie! That bag looks heavy. Jump in.
Kids' taste.
You like kids? Because John's got 4 of them. It's all right. So I'm not going to try and talk you out of it.
See how this goes.
Oh, and it's raining. Yeah, I'll definitely take the ride.
I just want to talk.
You're not against us.
John is his own man, and you're your own woman. Now, Lizzie, since I came back from France, I've come to you on many occasions.
Tommy, you didn't tell him.
No, I didn't tell him.
Oh, boy.
Why didn't you tell him that you've been serving his brother for the past 2 years?
Oh, my God.
Don't want to lose him. He's a good man.
You see, our John says you've changed, so I wish you both every happiness. And I want you to see that as my wedding gift to you, and our farewell to pleasures gone by.
You mean one last time?
One last time. You and me.
Oh, boy.
Take bloody pounds.
This is a test.
It is. It has to be.
Yeah.
So where should we go? Tommy, should we go to my lodging?
Yep, it was.
So the past is not the past.
Oh, Lizzie.
And keep the money, Lizzie. Just get out of the car.
Tommy, please.
Just get out of the car.
I love him, Tommy, really.
John will make his own decision, but he will have the facts.
Your brother is 10 times the man you are.
Oh,
I thought maybe
big. Oh no! So now he's gonna tell his brother.
I thought maybe they were gonna go into a building where the brother was waiting and be like, just to show him, you know.
I mean, yeah, there was any number of ways.
Yeah.
Just hope you remember who you're dealing with here. A man who cuts off ears and cuts out tongues. The difficulty with undercover work.
I come here with good news and I get this.
He keeps doubting her.
Yep.
It's not like he came in and said, he kissed me, he kissed me.
So, got to be seeing her little by little
pulling away from
away
Campbell.
from him, and then going with Thomas.
Oh, boy.
Relationship?
How's this going to go?
I need a favour. Want to borrow the car. Want to take Lizzie for a ride in the country with the kids. That's the problem, John. I need the keys.
Look, John, you're my brother. Yesterday, in the front seat of that car, I offered Lizzie some money. She said yes. Take Lizzie to the country. Marry her, if you want. But you have to know. She said yes.
That's an interesting way to put it to him.
Well, it's straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna see the end of Lizzie here?
No. Just maybe an end of a relationship that he wanted. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, but
I don't know. This show keeps surprising us with everything we think is going to happen.
Oh. What was that fell off?
Was it the mirror?
Keys. I think it was the keys, didn't it?
Contract of employment.
Bookkeeper, Shelby Brothers Limited.
Shelby
Right, your first job for the company. I want you to get that to my sister. It's an invitation. To a family occasion, I want her there, so tell her there'll be a truce.
Am I delivering bait for a trap?
I think you'll find it doesn't say anything about asking questions. Just give her the invitation.
I spoke to Lizzie. She said your brother Tommy is a dirty liar. And then I spoke to her sister and her cousin. Just a few regulars, they said. To keep the wolf from the door, she still sees a couple of regulars.
Oh, man.
Get some sleep. We've got a big day tomorrow. Tomorrow, we finish the war with the Lees for once and for all.
Here we go.
Since when?
Since just now.
All right.
Okay. Oh, my.
Ready, boys?
Oh, shit.
John, ready?
They always have like gardening tools and stuff.
Well, given the time.
What you playing at? We're in shotgun range.
John, before you go into battle, there's something you're gonna need.
What's your bloody doing, Tommy?
This is a wedding?
I think
John,
they had a surprise.
It's a wedding.
Who's bloody wedding?
There's a girl in the Lee family who's gone a bit wild. And she needs marrying.
John, boy!
What?
John!
You have no bloody coming.
Oak loves his arranged marriages. It's his favorite thing.
But if you marry her, our family and the Lee family will be united forever, and this war will be over. Now it's up to you, John.
I mean, I feel bad for John.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, maybe he'll be pleasantly surprised.
I was not expecting any of this. Better be under 50.
Get that toothpick out. It's your wedding day.
Yeah.
Not Razor Ramon.
It's going to be her.
Is it going to be Lizzie?
We're
It's
here
gonna be
today to
Lizzie.
join in matrimony. This man
No, I don't think so.
and this
No,
woman,
it can't be Lizzie.
Which is sanctioned and honoured by the presence and the power of these two families around us.
I was waiting for him to give them.
There remains one more part of the ceremony. It's the mingling of the two bloods. The two families become the one.
Ooh.
Oh,
Family.
One
Family.
Oh,
I now
with the
pronounce you man
bloodline.
or
Bloodline.
Yeah, look, we're all a little hesitant.
Come on, spin me round.
Tell Ada to slow down.
Think she listens to me?
Tried stopping her, but she's been drinking.
Oh, no.
What?
I've got to sit down.
Come and look at me. Come and look at the family you've joined. Come and look at the man who runs it.
Ada.
It's even a
Sorry.
wedding.
Sit her down.
Calm down, Ada. Ada, calm down.
That's why.
Holy sh...
Oh, my God.
Right.
Stop now, Ida. Bloody hell, you go pick your time.
Jesus, Arthur.
Wow.
Freddie should be here. The truce lasts till sunrise. On my oath. Tell Freddie it's safe. Right, boys. Let's wet this baby's head.
I think it might be the wrong way round.
Oh, boy.
What time the three sisters?
Yeah, I think you're right.
We should be before.
Come on, Ada.
Oh, my.
Oh, boy.
No. Come on, Ada.
Also, guys, very much.
Now, you sit down. You don't want to be among women when there's a baby coming. Have another.
So you think her husband would take the same advice?
No, Freddie will be there. Nothing will keep him away.
Oh, boy.
Tommy said it's all right for him to be there. Isn't that right, Tommy? It's right. I'm all out tonight.
She needs
Oh,
to
she's
convey.
got a phone.
Watch the one time he just said it twice now, the heart.
Yep.
What if something terrible
gonna-
happens now?
It's going to do him in.
I hope
Is that Freddie?
I hope the baby's healthy,
that's Freddie.
and I hope Ada's
Campbell's
healthy.
going to be there waiting for him.
It's a beautiful baby boy. Welcome.
Here we go.
No!
Yep.
No!
Don't hurt him. Freddie! You're hurting him. Leave him alone.
Give me away from my baby.
Freddie!
Well, it was bound to happen with Freddie. He was either going to jail or in the grave, one way or the other.
Yeah, Aunt Paul gave him 60 different opportunities.
It's a boy.
Oh, shit.
Holly.
But the police came and took his father away. Don't you dare look at me like that!
Thomas has to put this together.
You liar.
Wow, she is good.
Stare him in the face. Oh my goodness.
Love how they did that last closing shot.
That-
Like basically her like, hey, it's me.
It's me the whole time. It couldn't be any more obvious, could
Aunt
it?
Paul. I'm going to look up her real name, the actress. fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, she's
my favorite character of this show so far is her.
Yeah,
God,
she
that
crushed it.
performance.
She's trying to keep order, trying to keep everything in line. It ain't gonna work.
No, this episode, I think of all of them that we've done so far, I think seemed to have the most misdirection. Had us guessing the most. Yeah, well, I think who else is watching? Tommy Shelby back there, but I easily had us guessing the most. Completely wrong so many times. I'm sure you folks watching it just loved our guesses that were incorrect. But I mean, we had the misdirection with Tommy. We didn't know what was going to go down when he confronted Lizzie, how that was going to go down. What was going to go down with Freddie when he got physical with Aunt Paul. How was that going to end up playing out? And I mean, initially we thought that Grace was going to get found out when they searched the shipyards and all they found was the whiskey and the cigarettes. They didn't find anything else. We're like, all right, here it is. Now Tommy's finally going to catch her and figure things out. But they kind of the police patched things up and made it back the way it looked originally. She didn't get found out there. Now it's just, I gotta believe it happens in the next episode because Tommy's been way too smart. Now, granted, he's had a lot of things going on. He's had to get a wedding for his brother. He's had to deal with the wars with the Lees, Billy Kimber, and now he's essentially become family with the Lees. Baby's being born, and it's just like all this, especially because for us as we're watching it, it's like Grace hears something, she reports to Campbell, something happens to the Peaky Blinders, and then there's the blowback on Tommy, and it's just like all the evidence is right there that it's Grace. And I think that with that last shot they had, I think this has to be the moment that I think she's going to get found out, and I think that Tommy's going to try to turn her and be like, hey, you can have your life or you can work for me. You can't have both. So, or you can have your life and work for me, or you can not work for me and not have your life. That's what I'm saying. And I think eventually maybe that ultimatum is going to come up. But then again, we've been completely wrong so many times this episode in particular. Who knows? But obviously a ton of great performances. The music, I love the way that it was dropped in. That misdirection with when they thought they were going to war with the Lees, that was just outstanding. And I'm glad, given the seriousness of this show, they threw in just the right amount of comedy with it. With, like you said, answer, will John Boy do? Will he work for you? And I was kind of wondering how it was going to go with the lady for the Lees, who that was going to be. But hey, everything worked out great. John could have done much worse than the bride he ended up with. So good on you, John. You did well there. And just a great episode. And I loved how Campbell this episode really threw it back in Tommy's face of like, look, yeah, you have me under control. I'm under your thumb until I'm not. And then what happens? Then the gloves are off. Then he can do whatever he wants. Aside from the fact that Winston Churchill's going to appoint somebody new to take Campbell's job. So then that's just a whole nother monster he's got to deal with. So Tommy's in such a tough spot where he has to give little bits here and there to his enemies, and you just wonder who's that going to end up being, who's it going to end up hurting, and how it's going to play out. But man, this episode was something else.
Yeah, Diamond Dave actually paused it perfectly. I would do things that would shame the devil, is what Campbell basically told Tommy. Just oh, it was powerful because like we're all like, okay, good, Tommy has him under his thumb. I know he's still gonna try to, get Tommy in the end, because he still had Grace going in. He was still checking everywhere else and looking everywhere. But then, then he comes back with this where he just throws it right back at him. Shame if it happens to me. Well, because then your brothers are done. Finn is going away. Ava. I mean, it's just he just really threw it to him. And like, what I like though too is then right away when they put the dynamite in the car for basically for Tommy to find, and Finn was in there. I like what he said after that. He's like, he was like, I was just pretending to be like you, Tommy. He's like, that's an important lesson that you should never try to pretend to be me or don't be like me. So like, see, even Tommy knows like what a life he's living. He just doesn't want to press it on everyone. And then, yeah, on Paul, like this episode, trying to help Freddie. He just won't listen. Will he?
3 straight episodes.
Yeah, just every episode. Hey, got you a free trip to America plus some spending money.
Like twice.
No. We can get you out of town and exchange that. No. Well, here comes the police. And granted, that was nothing of her doing. And now she's blaming him. But remember, put a phone in. And even Tom even goes,
Who are
well,
we gonna call?
if we knew somebody else that had a phone, we'd use it. So he's got to hopefully just start piecing that together. I love the teases that every single time, here it is. We even did it this episode. We're all like going like,
this is gonna be it.
This is gonna be it. And then it wasn't. So just really keeping you on your toes, like to a point of like where you're kind of aggravated, like you just want to grab Tommy. Listen, it's
How do you not see this?
so. This is just such a captivating show, and they have really hooked us in. And this is only episode 4. We got 30-some to go, but 2 for this season. So I'm definitely ready to get into some more Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, this episode they really pulled out all the stops. I mean, we had the whole storyline with John and the wedding. The day after Tommy told him about all this stuff, and the way they set that up was a lot of fun, and Mason Quinn said it. That was a nice point of levity given the serious nature of the rest of the show. Campbell just, showing how ruthless he is. And let's be completely frank, he's just, he came in and was like, we need to get rid of all the crooked cops, and now he's just the king of crooked cop, right? Making deals with the Shelbys, having his sergeant basically take out a guy and tell me, just throw him down the stairs.
Yeah, Stanley.
And if the coroner asks, blackmail the coroner, basically. So it's interesting to see somebody who stepped in who is going to be the upstanding symbol of the law. And real quick, it was like he's not looking out for the law whatsoever. He's just looking to save his own position and do it by whatever means necessary. I wasn't ready for him to take it as far as he took it. That last part about their little brother being in prison. That was a bit much.
I think that was just on the drive to
home. You want to set somebody off. It set Tommy off so much at the end.
Wasn't the sister and the potential baby, that's what sent you off? I thought for sure.
No.
But I get what you're saying.
No, to really drive it home, because usually he doesn't care if you say anything about him or his brothers. It's when you bring in Ada or then Finn in this case.
Yeah, brought up his little brother in prison. I was like, that was next level harsh. Everything going on with Grace is interesting because we know that
she's so nosy.
We know. But she's the secretary, so now she's basically got an open lane to ask questions and to be inquisitive about everything going on with their business. Now we're looking at it like, she got you with the warehouse searches, and now she's got you with this. Well, they don't know about the warehouse searches, right? Yep. And one thing that Thomas does know is that they've been looking for Freddie. Okay, so maybe they found Freddie. And the other thing is, they know about the other IRA guy that got taken out, or not the IRA, the communist guy who got taken out.
Yep,
Stanley, and they know Stanley got taken out. So maybe they thought that Stanley, ratted, or maybe they just said, "Hey, we heard that your sister was going to labor and thought Freddie might be there." So there's a lot of outs, I think, for this, both for Tommy in his situation because Aunt Paul is pissed, and for Grace as well. So there's a lot of hey, this could have happened that led up to this. I don't think the automatic conclusion needs to be
with Tommy catching her line so many times to him. That's curious too.
Yeah. But this was another great episode. I'm super curious. We've only got 2 left for this season, whether they're going to kind of wrap up a storyline for this season and then move on to something else for the next season, or whether it's all just going to be one big buildup. And we've even seen some shows where, I forget which one it was. Some really good show I watched I digress.
So good, he forgot the name.
I know, right? It's been a lot of
It was
years.
just
A lot of
so
years of
good.
watching shows on Netflix. But I remember a show where season 1 and 2 were their own things, but then season 3 and 4 kind of ran together. I don't know. In any regard, I'm wondering whether that's
Take
what
that
we'll-
knowledge.
Yeah, take that and run with it. I wonder if that's what we'll see here, where each season, again, its own kind of story is told, and then they kind of, obviously it's going to be the same crew of the Peaky Blinders, but whether it just goes in a bit different direction. But this has been an incredible show, but I do think this is my favorite episode so far. This one was incredible.
Yeah, Helen, I know may you rest in peace. But damn it, you did so good in this. She's my favorite character so far in here. I was legit, like, they got me on the emotion with when Freddie grabbed her in the face. I was so happy that Paul just basically has like a F it attitude, like, don't you grab me kind of thing. And the way she threatened him back. I'm glad she said something, because she has to be, and I mean, it's visible that she's getting super frustrated with Freddie. But so far, my favorite character in here. Now, some of you may, I don't know what the comments are going to look like by the time this, when it hits YouTube, and I always think worst case. So the way this show has been presented to me so far, I'm thinking, because I've been so wrong, and some of you already are like, Dave, you're always wrong, which is fine, because it's part of, the reaction.
Tell us more.
Tell us more. Opinions vary. But so when they started doing that music, and just the way that Thomas was doing I'll be a good heart, I'll have a good heart tonight about, decisions, and, good spirits were in the air for Thomas. I just started thinking, because we had that one issue, well, potentially an issue that they were teeing up on Ada there, and I was like, oh my God, are we going to lose Ada? I hope not. Are we going to lose the baby?
She's giving birth in their apartment or whatever with no doctors.
Yeah, and especially in that time.
Yeah, in that time.
So I was legit worried we were going to lose one of Ada or the baby, or maybe even both. That's why when Freddie came in late, I was like, oh my God, Freddie's going to see this potential devastation that was being built up in my head because of the way the show has been so far. So I always think worst case. So I know there's probably going to be one that, Dave, you're an idiot. Just pay attention to the story and stop trying to guess. But either way, phenomenal. So much happened. Enter. A lot happened in this episode, at least in my opinion. So much is being packed in. The Campbell thing, which you guys touched on, I thought he decided to take the gloves off there and basically, all right, so just so you know what's coming to you when I do get fired, it's gloves off and I have nothing really to... That's how it sounded like. I had nothing to lose, so I'm just going to take you out along with everyone else except Finn, and then that'll be that. So now that Campbell did get Freddie, and now that Thomas, pulled on him, I can only imagine what's going to happen in these next two episodes with those two. Now that they are officially with the Lees, Thomas's scheming is kind of fallen into place a little bit. I know Kimber gave him his official license.
Yeah, that's huge.
I was going to say, to me, that's part of a huge mark in this episode of what so much happened. And then, Grace is towing that line. She knows she's towing that line. I know Campbell's trying to protect her, but he still is, at least in my eyes, doubting her personal feelings in this, even though she keeps showing again and again and again that she's delivering for Campbell.
Yep.
Again, so much has happened. I'm sure we're missing something, folks, so apologies on that, but I'm interested in see what Polly's going to do now, because that ending scene with Polly and Thomas, talk about super impactful, like Cillian, just his face was just like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah,
Grace is over in the corner going,
that look by Grace. And you're right, Quinn. He's got so much going on that this is totally plausible that I don't want to say fully has blinders on, but just maybe not fully
just got a blind
paying
spot
attention
for
to
her.
it, because I feel like if he picks up one, I feel like if
Love
he just
makes
picks
a
up
fool of us all.
I feel like if he just picks up one bit of information that he wants to set his sights on, then he's probably going to figure it out. But I still hold on to my prediction that Grace is going to take out Campbell.
Yeah, because this whole episode, it was like they had the meeting in the church where Tommy busted her for not making the sign of the cross, and then he busted her for not working at the bar. And, you know, all this stuff keeps happening, and Grace is right. He's like, my business was going really well, and then I got a new bartender from Ireland, and everything started going to hell.
And I also confronted her about she's been asking a lot of questions about how we do things around here.
And that's the most interesting thing, because with Grace being the only one who didn't really seem to be afraid, so to speak, of the Shelbys, the way she was in there asking questions, she's gotten information out of both the brothers and even a little bit out of Thomas. I do find it curious that essentially before she got hired as the bookkeeper and the secretary, that they were so lenient with the bartender to be able to come in and ask all these questions about him. Now, obviously, look, Grace is very beautiful. She can be very disarming to the Shelbys, so I think that's all a part of it. So like you said, Dave, completely plausible. But just what an episode. We thought we were going to have a big war with the Lees, and we don't. And now, since they're the same family and they got a license to gamble, what do they need Billy Kimber for anymore? Maybe they just need his accountant. And that's pretty much it. So I can't imagine where this is going to go in the next 2 episodes. My prediction, if I could make one, is that they get rid of Billy Kimber, they keep the accountant, and it's the Lees and the Shelbys handling the gambling, and then we'll still have to deal with the blowback of Freddie, Campbell, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, this has been such a good show.
Penultimate coming next.
Yeah, we cannot wait for more. So for Diamond Dave, Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.